Tishtile, something extraordinary happened for a Tibetan struggle in Washington, D.C. on November 20th, 2025. U.S. lawmakers convened a hearing titled China's War on Religion, featuring testimonies from elected leaders, Chinese Christians, Uyghur Muslims, and our very own Pujungla of ICT. But the speech that shook that room was by former Kansas governor, senator, and U.S. ambassador for religious freedom, Sam Brownback.
I believe we should announce our support for the Dalai Lama's middle way approach, genuine autonomy for Tibet within China. Now, while I have significant doubts that this will work, but if China will not agree to this within a set period of time, say 60 days, we should announce our recognition of an independent Tibet. If they're not going to go with this route that he's put forward, we should announce our support for an independent Tibet.
This is the strongest support we've seen from a senior U.S. lawmaker since 1959. One of Tibet and His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama's biggest supporter, Congressman Jim McGovern.
I share Ambassador Brownback's impatience. The middle road was something that was has been talked about for decades now. Maybe the Chinese government might be receptive. Maybe they might be willing to negotiate on certain things. They just keep on stringing everybody along. So I actually like the idea of basically, putting deadlines on some of this stuff. And if China doesn't comply, then we formally recognize Tibet as an independent country.
Some might dismiss Brownback's 60-day as unrealistic and ridiculous, but history shows that deadlines confront colonial powers effectively. When the British ignored Gandhi's one-year timeline for self-rule, he launched the Salt March and ignited India's path to freedom. When the Dutch stalled Indonesia's independence, the US and UN pressured, achieving it within 4 years. The US itself set a 10-year timeline for the Philippines' independence. So 60 days is a reasonable deadline to confront 70 years of occupation, marked by over 1.2 million murders, over 160 self-immolations, countless political prisoners, and millions of children in colonial school, and His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who has lived as a refugee for 66 years. In 2011, when His Holiness devolved political authority, he gifted us a democratic government designed for moments like this. This could be an opportunity for Central Tibetan administration leadership to rally behind Brownback's proposal to urge the Trump administration to adopt the 60-day deadline. We must also lobby, testify, and pressure other governments for similar initiatives. But let me be clear. We cannot wait for outsiders to rescue us. They can help amplify our cries, but we alone can rewrite our history. Beijing believes we are tired, divided, and forgotten. We can prove them wrong by organizing, uniting, and pushing forward for the future we owe our ancestors and our children, and our commitment to reunite His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama with over 7 million siblings eagerly waiting for his return to the Potala Palace in a free and independent Tibet. Pergello and free Tibet!